everybody, welcome back to Rocco's Kitchen. Tonight we're making a nice decadent dish, but might be a little fancy, super easy, super fast to make. We're doing veal saltimbocca. So as always, cheers. Don't forget, like, subscribe, more of these videos coming at you, and I'm going to show you what you need. So obviously you're going to need some veal. I got these beautiful veal scallopini that are already super thin. If you get some veal that's not that thin, you just got to put it between some plastic and pound it out. We got some prosciutto, our sage leaves, and our flour. We just got that seasoned with pepper because the prosciutto is very salty, so we're not even going to put any salt in there. All we're going to do is take our veal, take one of these pieces of prosciutto. I'm going to take 2 sage leaves because it's pretty long. And I'm going to take 2 toothpicks just to adhere all this together. I'll push it through, back, and then come back through. That's going to hold your prosciutto and your sage leaf to the veal. Put one through here too. Then, just going to take that and dredge it in your flour. Get a nice even coat. I'll make sure it's nice and coated, but you also want to knock off the excess. You don't need too much on there. That's it. So I'm going to do that to the rest of these, and then we're going to fry them up in a little oil and butter. We're also going to finish it with a little pan sauce. All that's going to be is our white wine. We got some Chardonnay and some butter and a couple remaining sage leaves. We'll make a sauce out of that. So I'll see you over at the stove. We got our pan nice and hot over here. It's about medium heat. You don't want to go too high for this because that veal's very delicate. It'll seize up on you, just shrink right up. So you don't want to go too hot. For medium, I'm going to add a couple pads of butter, and I'm going to add a little extra virgin olive oil. Get those melted so they get nice and hot. And we're going to start adding our veal. We're going to leave the prosciutto side up to start. Just do 2 at a time so we don't overcrowd our pan. Overcrowd your pan, you lose too much heat. Okay, so I'm going to let those go for about a minute before we flip them. Now you can kind of see how the veal is almost cooked all the way through. I'm going to flip that over and just crisp up that prosciutto. Leave it on that side for a little less than a minute. And look at that, it's beautiful. We're going to pull those out, put our other 2 in. Those 2 are looking beautiful, so we're going to pull those out, start our sauce. So I just got rid of a little of the excess oil. I'll go ahead and throw those extra sage leaves in. You see those little bits at the bottom? That's what you call fran. It's extra little meat and flour pieces that got stuck to the pan while we were frying that meat up. It's delicious. Now we're going to deglaze with our white wine. Drop our heat. Let that reduce a little bit more wine. And let that reduce just a tad. You want to cook off that alcohol or it'll be bitter. That should be good. Now our heat's a little lower. You can go ahead and add a couple more pads of butter just to finish that sauce up. Stir that. That looks beautiful. Now, all that's left, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put our meat back in there, soak up some of this sauce, and then all that's left is plating it up. We'll do that, and then we'll plate this up. So guys, that's all there is to making this beautiful dish. Super simple, very delicious. Hope you enjoyed. As always, I'll see you next time. You guys have a good night. I'm going to eat.